After the break, you're listening to Jock Journal Radio.
Finally, can we take a moment and stop listening to these idiots long enough to get the Cars for Kids jungle stuck in my head?
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also on the web at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. We're a recognized 501c3 charity organization, so you'll receive a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a free vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Are you looking for the web's best sports news? Visit jockjournal.com. Sports media has lost its touch. It seems that journalists are scared to report what they see, in fear of losing access to the teams they cover. At jockjournal.com, you get inside information on the entire NFL community without all the politics or fears other writers have. That's jockjournal.com. When you need the NFL sports news, information, opinions, fantasy football, or discussions, there is only one place to go, and it's jockjournal.com.
You are listening to Jock Journal Radio. News, opinion, and discussion for all you jock stars.
Support for this show comes from Material. Material is a simple and intuitive e-commerce platform that lets you get your online store started without paying a dime. That's right. No ads, no setup costs, no transaction fees. Experience a fresh and easy new way to sell online by signing up at material.com today.
Okay, we're back. I had to surf porn and post my pics on an adult website.
Hey guys, we are back. So, I've been on break. I tend to play this new sports app that's is literally becoming almost like a viral sensation recently. It's called Name That Sport by Sports Mania. It is a free app on the iTunes Store. It's Sports Media. Name that app. You can also find the link on the jockjournal.com website. All you got to do is go there, download it. It's free right now. It won't remain that way, so please go get it and get it strong. I'm up to level 2.28, and I'm looking for somebody to help me get past this 2.24, excuse me, as I am stuck and it's bothering the crud out of me. It's a guy in an Olympic outfit. He's got gray peppery hair. It says Team GB, which I don't know what that means. I've been looking around on the internet trying to solve this puzzle. Matt, have you been playing this game?
Yeah, I got on it since I've been back home today. Obviously, I have off, so I was kind of finished cleaning and doing stuff around the house and played on it for a while. And I got to tell you, I'm no farther than I was when I originally started. And usually my wife is great at these things, but she's not a huge sports buff except football, so wasn't much help. And I'm going to keep plugging it. This is the thing about this game is you get into it and you're like, I don't know about this app here. And then when you can't figure it out, it bugs you enough that you really – and then once you get it, you don't want to stop because the next one does the same thing. It's like that thing that you just go, oh, it's right there. So you want to keep doing it. It's definitely addicting. Guys, go check it out. I think you'll really like it, and it'll have the same thing. It's something – look, it's not something you're going to zone out on for, 10 hours a day, but it's definitely something to keep you occupied.
It is. You made a good analogy that it can be a gratifying annoying. It's kind of like when you finally pop that zit that's been bothering you all day. It gives you that sense of relief, that sense of accomplishment. You almost feel thrilled.
Except that was disgusting.
That was disgusting, and I do that from time to time. Matt, we got to talk about some of the disgusting situations that are happening in fantasy football. Okay. So I'm in a league with my family, and that's the last one that I actually have where I'm still in contention. You, on the other hand, are in contention for a championship with one of my recent old friends / arch nemesis is Daniel Dahl. Tell me what's going on in fantasy world.
I mean, my fantasy world?
Yeah, your fantasy world.
Yeah, well, this is the funny thing. You know what happened this week? Yeah, I won in that league. So I won my game in that league, and I am going up. I'm 9-4, and Daniel is 12-1, and I have a pretty formidable team in this league. I mean, I was able to, I picked up Doug Martin on the bench, Todd Gurley before anyone did, Delanie Walker, Sammy Watkins, A.J. Green, Carson Palmer, John Brown, Charkandrick West, Panthers defense, and then we played defensive positions in that team as well. On the bench, I have Justin Houston, Alan Hearns, Marshawn Lynch, Stephon Diggs. It's a pretty good team. So, and I'm going up against him, and it says I'm going to lose, so we'll see. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is, in my other leagues, I lost. I was into the semifinals to go into the championship game. And I took a tough loss, played Aaron Rodgers, and he again let me down. But you know what? That day I was bummed, but then there's something that happens with fantasy football at the end of that season when it's over and you don't care anymore. That's almost like, it's almost fulfilling. It's like, I'm glad that's over. That is a decent amount of stress. And I think about it and it consumes me. And now that it's over, and I'm up. I play one more game for third place, and I could care less. I checked my team once, I said it, and I'm not going to worry about it. I don't even care if someone's hurt. To tell you the truth, it's almost refreshing not to have to worry about it. Do you go through that too?
I do, honestly. At the end of when everything is all said and done and the pressure is off, I actually enjoy football a little bit more from time to time in those cases. However, then I go ahead and torture myself on DraftKings, and last week was miserable for me. I had a really, really good situation going on for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it just went flat on me. Like the points that were once rolling in, and I was up to about $4,000, all of a sudden just stopped, and I went all the way to zero. And when that happens,
I could not do that.
Especially
that's why I
on
don't
game
do
2, it hurts. It really does hurt. It feels like you just got slapped,
Yeah, no, that's the worst feeling ever, is thinking that it's there and then having it taken away. That's why I already have some, my life's pretty peaceful now, and it used to have a bunch of ups and downs. I don't like ups and downs. I don't like being real high and real low. I like a nice steady pace. So that would just be too much for me. I wouldn't do it.
Well, we do have to talk fantasy football for all those people who are in winning situations. So we got to look at the quarterback rankings going into Week 16. Wow, I can't believe it's already Week 16. I got to go Cam Newton at the Falcons as the number one situation. They scorched the crud out of the Falcons just a short period of time ago, and he is playing very well. Since Week 8, he's assembled an exceptional 24-3 touchdown to interception ratio, and has thrown a whopping 18 touchdowns in his last 5 games. I mean, only higher than that it would be Russell Wilson, but his matchup this week is not as promising as he faces the Rams.
Finally, he plays a decent defense, because I got to tell you, everyone getting all hyped on Russell Wilson after he's played like 4 college teams over the last couple of weeks doesn't, I mean, and I get it. Everyone loves it. They love Russell Wilson. People just love to jump on that bandwagon. The guy hasn't played any decent defense, so this is going to be a good test. I want to see, hey, he's a good quarterback. I'm definitely not going to say great, but if he comes out and he plays well against his team, it'll be an excellent test. And if he comes through, I'm going to be very impressed, because this is a tough defense. On the other, I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to win this game, because really, I mean, it's a defense. It's going to be a defensive game, and their defense against the Rams' offense, definitely, Seattle's defense is probably going to win that battle, even to the tune of a touchdown or 2.
I'm looking at this a little deeper, and I actually have to say I'm going to change my number 1 on this one. I really am. Instead of going Cam Newton against the Atlanta Falcons, as I believe the Atlanta Falcons are not strong, especially in the defensive secondary, the best matchup is really Ben Roethlisberger going against the horrible Ravens defense. I mean, he's got all the weapons on the field that a person could ever have to be successful against a diminished Ravens team.
The other one I'd put in there is I gotta think Carson Palmer. Look, Green Bay's defense has given up a ton of points on the defense, and not maybe that front, but the secondary is atrocious this year. So I think he could have an excellent day. The other one, hey, you really want someone? And I bet there's a couple people in the finals playing this. Blake Bortles against New Orleans, terrible defense. He's probably going to throw 6 touchdowns. Okay, maybe not. Maybe he throws 4.
I think the whole world was going, what?
Yeah, but look, they give up touchdowns to wide receivers, the New Orleans Saints do. Jacksonville has 2 excellent wide receivers and a quarterback that knows how to find them. I could really feasibly see 2 touchdowns for Allen Robinson or Allen Hurns, and 1 touchdown for the other one. Either one of those guys is a good play. And Bortles all year has been an excellent play. If you picked him up, you probably got him late in the draft for an excellent price, and he's paid off to the tune of almost Brady numbers.
He really has. And I mean, it's weird how some of these players that nobody really expected at the quarterback position have begun to emerge. It's becoming almost a passing of the torch is the best way to call it. And a lot of people are saying, that just wait till next year, because before you start crowning some of these guys elite, such as Carson Palmer and Russell Wilson. I get that. Or even
I don't think anybody's is crowning them elite at all.
Well, and that's what
Nobody.
It's beginning to happen, and
0
that's what
people.
I think people should hold off on that. Temper it down just a tad bit. Wait to see what happens for a little bit. Now, what are your
Smoke
top?
Another bowl and relax.
Exactly. What are your running backs this week? What are the ones that you have to start?
Let's see here. I like D'Angelo Williams against Baltimore. Adrian Peterson against the Giants. That's going to be a good one, obviously.
Listed as questionable, though.
Yeah, I think if not, I mean, you should probably have Jerick McKinnon, who filled in admirably. That wouldn't be a bad play. And if you don't, I mean, if he's available in your league, it'd be worth a pickup.
You're right about that.
The other one, Charkandrick West against Cleveland's defense, isn't horrible.
I like Doug Martin playing the Chicago Bears in Tampa Bay. Now, Chicago has the 21st best rushing the 21st rushing defense, which is not great. However, when you get late in the winter, even in a Tampa Bay sort of situation, you begin to start running it a tad bit more. It wears defenses down a lot more this late in the season than it does earlier in the season. So I look for Doug Martin, especially when Lovie Smith just is facing a John Fox type of team, to go with a very conservative, heavy run approach in this game especially. And
I like that pick.
And you can't. I mean, Devontae Freeman has been on the top of the list for a very long time, but he's going against Carolina, who's got an average run defense, but he always finds a way to at least find a score, doesn't he?
God, you don't trust anyone on Atlanta. I disagree with that. I wouldn't play anyone from Atlanta. If you got Devonta Freeman and you had him all year, it's hard not to play him. I get it because of what he did for you, but I got to honestly think there's better plays than him. Latavius Murray, to me, would be a much better play. Against San Diego's atrocious defense, that might be a much better play. At least he's going to probably get you 80 yards and a touchdown.
One flex pick that you'd pick for a really good value pick if you're on the DraftKings or the FanDuel sort of format is Cameron Artis-Payne. With Stewart having some issues as far as like his health, Cameron Artis-Payne looks to be in a good situation as he's going against the 29th ranked defense of the Atlanta Falcons. So
yeah, that's a great pick. It's a miracle Jonathan Stewart lasted this long, frankly. Right? He's never had a healthy season. Just the fact that we're talking about he got injured in the final 2 or 3 games is a miracle.
It really is. And, I really feel bad for him because he's got a lot of talent. He just has his feet are shot. There's nothing. Yeah. It's a bone on bone all the way through, all the way from ankles to toes, and there's nothing left there. So people